Hi, I'm Susan Maccarelli. Today, as part of a vlog challenge that I'm doing with my Facebook group for Beyond Your Blog, I'm reading one of my posts out loud from my website, pecktodeathbychickens.com. This was featured last year on both BlogHer and Bon Break, two of my favorite sites, and I wrote about a humorous story about the 5 reasons that I'm unqualified to teach my preschooler about her private parts. So I'm going to go ahead and read that today. I recently read a blog post about how important it is to teach toddlers about their body parts. Apparently, simply knowing the correct words for male and female genitals deters predators who know that these children will be more able to report being touched inappropriately. Cut to me sweating profusely. My daughter is almost 4, and unless front hiney and back hiney are the scientific words for the female anatomy, I think I might have failed here. I took the recommendation from the article I read about a specific book geared towards small children called Amazing You by Dr. Gail Saltz that teaches basics about private parts and reproduction. Great book. I wanted to be one of those parents who was all, my kids can talk to me about anything, but apparently the truth is they can talk to me about anything as long as it's not related to wieners and hoo-haws. In my pre-read, I confirmed that this book was loaded with all the parts, leaving nothing out. But hey, that's what I wanted, right? I quickly realized that I was not only unprepared, but unable, even with the help of a book, to effectively teach my daughter about private parts. After assessing my lacking skills, I was able to pinpoint several reasons for my ineptitude. Number 1, time of day hinders me. I put off reading the book for several days, telling myself that it was never the right time of day. I mean, who wants to have that talk first thing in the morning? At least I need to have a cup of coffee before I bring up scrotums with a 3-year-old girl, thank you. I usually read to both my kids before nap time and bedtime, so I figured that would work, but then I felt weird about sending my daughter off to bed with visions of labias dancing in her head. It was just never the right time. Number 2, boy parts make me giggle. On my first read aloud with my daughter, I began to rush, knowing that my husband would soon be making his way down the hall to join us after tuck-in. I was uncomfortable enough reading it to her, but there was no way I could keep it together with him in the room reading sentences like, "Inside the sac under your penis are soft balls called testicles. First of all, since when is the SACK just an SAC? Where did the K go? Was it ever there? Why does the lack of K make me want to laugh even more?" I just finished with several pages of penis when I came to a page that had a baby, a small boy, and a man, all drawn anatomically correct and naked. My daughter points to one of the penis trifecta and says, "Nipple." Me. No, it's a penis. And please note that there was no nipple talk in this entire book, so I have no idea where this was coming from. Then she says, "Look at the little nipple." It's a penis. Her voice is getting more delighted and pointing her finger at it. "He's got a little nipple." I flip back the page to the penis stuff and start to laugh, pointing out that, no, it's a penis. My husband is coming down the hall with an earshot. My daughter's saying, "Nipple, nipple, nipple." And I am laughing and saying, "Penis, penis, penis." My husband looks in the room, walks over, sees penis illustration, and quickly exits forever. Number 3, girl parts gross me out. There are certain words in the English language that gross me out. I don't like to say them, and I avoid them whenever possible. They make my throat close a little, and I feel queasy. I know they're coming up, so I'm already feeling gross. Stool, clot, nugget, you get the picture. I'm not saying anymore. A large portion of these gag words are part of the female anatomy, including uterus, womb, fallopian, etc. Once she found out that the baby lives in there for 9 months, I was forced to repeat uterus 356 times in response to her questions. I thought it might desensitize me. I was wrong. Number 4, I'm hostile when it comes to childbirth questions. I didn't have the worst childbirth experience, but it wasn't great either. A 30-hour induced labor ending in a not quite emergency C-section with some nasty follow-up complications gave me a bad taste for birthing babies. The book explains it as follows. The baby will come out of the mother's vagina, which is very, very stretchy. It stretches wide enough for the baby to come out and then goes back to the way it was before. I was at a loss for words. Since I had a C-section, I couldn't speak to the vajayjay elasticity, but I can assure you that nothing on your body is like it was before after childbirth, including a vagina that's been stretched around the back of your head to allow for the alien to exit. Luckily, while I can't talk vagina very well with my preschooler, I can lie like a mofo. I backed up this load of crap convincingly. She looked in the direction of her junk and then cast me a shifty look as if to say, "There's no way in hell." But we seemed to silently agree that it was just better to drop it for now. Number 5. I live in fear of kitchen table testicle talk, or KTTT. I think my final failure centers around my inability to really embrace this topic and make it acceptable discussion anywhere other than during the book reading. I'm haunted by the possibility of sperm, urethras, and penises rearing their ugly heads, pun intended, at the dinner table. More specifically, I'm horrified that my daughter will speak of them anywhere in public or where my parents, specifically my dad, might be present. Although a wonderful man and in very good health, one ill-timed scrotum might be enough to end him. Let's reflect on how I can improve. Going forward, I will stifle my laughter and gag reflex. I'll cover the appropriate places to talk about birds and bees. I'll get into the truth about childbirth when she gets older. As far as time of day, I think I'll try to stick with the bedtime schedule for reading the book, right before we hit the sack. So if you like this kind of humor, parenting humor, I'm going to have a funny parenting essay in actually the sequel to this book. This is I Just Want to Pee Alone, and there's some awesome bloggers in here. Can't see them because it's too small, but some hilarious mom bloggers wrote hilarious kind of parenting essays in this book, I Just Want to Pee Alone, and the sequel is coming out in March 2015 called I Still Just Want to Pee Alone, and my essay, not this one that I just read, but a different one, is going to be included in that, so I'm really excited. You can get this one now on Amazon.com, and you'll be able to get I Still Just Want to Pee Alone at the end of March 2015, so I hope you pick that up if you like this. Thanks.